Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
Alright,
let's go to lunch with Juniper together, shall we?
And we are assuming it's the whole story.
We are. We're assuming we're also going to get a visual of the arcade when we do this. Because I would be amazed if they just added another location this late stage in the game.
Yeah.
Unless this game is really like 10 times as long as we expect. What if this was just the beginning? And they'd be like, this is like a 35-hour game. That'd be amazing.
I know, I'm like, there is a definite, it feels sort of like it is going to be ending soon.
So,
which
I'm getting a definite second act feel, and if you've ever gone to see, a play,
right.
And for me, I've never gone to a big budget play, but even just little plays, they have an intermission, and the second act is always shorter than the first act. Every one that I've ever been to, the second act is shorter than the first act.
Yeah.
This feels very second act, there's not a lot left.
Right.
Alright.
And you can tell it's not really the New York subway because the signs aren't in Helvetica. That's the telltale mistake. It's just like Vancouver or something.
I tried several times to join in the conversation, but when I open my mouth, the words aren't there. I just want to scream. I can't sit around talking about font errors in movies. Not when everything's completely fucked. Not when everything I try to do fails miserably. There's a lot of self-judging going on here, real heavy. Eventually, we arrive at our destination, a little arcade-themed restaurant, combining games and alcohol and dining into one tidy package. Oh, it is something new.
Here we go!
Unusually excited to be going to some rundown little dive. Juniper hurries on in without me. Are people you know working here?
Aye.
And I'm left all alone in the parking lot. With a shrug, I open the door and enter the darkened locale. Do we get a new background?
I don't know.
We do.
Oh.
There is something new. Is this place even open for business yet? None of the lights are on. Hello? Juniper? Where'd you go? Did your friends all start a business without you?
Right.
Okay, this is now unnecessarily creepy. But before I can wonder if a giant animatronic bear is going to leap out and eat my face...
Hello, Five Nights at Freddy's.
The house lights come up. Surprise.
Surprise! Happy Intervention Day, Lies!
What? What she said. We're staging an intervention on your behalf, since none of us have tried to talk to you at all. Oh.
And we're also having a wake for Francine, since, we weren't really welcome at her funeral and couldn't really hang around, for the ceremony. Yeah, and we didn't get the chance to heal properly, considering Deco kicked us all out before he could really do anything about anything, and here we are. So it's a wake and an intervention.
Wake up and intervene!
Yeah!
Ah! Okay, so where are your other friends?
I don't know.
Are, because they weren't employees? Are the three of them not invited?
I guess.
A wake intervention, maybe?
Yes!
I guess that makes it a wake-tervention?
It's an interwake. Oh, a wake-tervention. Really?
Correctamundo.
Yep, it was my idea. Well, my iris came up with the idea and gave me all the contact information I needed, but basically it's my idea, right?
Okay, there we go. And so she went, hey, you can do this thing and I'll seem as inane as ever. Aye.
Just the thing to pick you up when you're feeling down.
So again, some faith restored in this game. They had her do it, good job. On the other hand, why only those three?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know it's not.
Oh, here we go!
We are wrong!
They just weren't actually, all three of them were in the bathroom at once. It's fine.
Hello. We were having a time.
It's fine.
Time.
You see what they have is individual unisex bathrooms here,
Hmm.
so that everyone can go wherever they need to.
All right.
Really? Seriously, kid? You've been a damn sad sack ever since things went to shit? Which I get, believe me, but it ain't healthy.
She's got her jacket on!
She does. She has her new jacket. She doesn't change clothes, but she will change her jacket.
Yay!
I love the idea, now that she's changed her jacket, and the fact that we talk about changing our clothes, that there really is basically now a canon experience, whether they mean it or not, that everyone has 10 copies of the exact same clothes.
Yes.
And just wears them throughout the week and then throws them all in the laundry and then wears them all again. And that nobody has any variation at all. She just owns 6 of those tube tops or 9 of those pants and that's it.
All right, that is completely all that's going on.
Yep.
So we went ahead and rented out this place for the afternoon to bring the family back together. For you, for Francine. For all of us.
Yeah, because that's not expensive. I mean,
Now that you know what we're all gathered here today, let's get this party started!
we are gathered here today to get this party started!
Whee!
Ladies and gentlethems, theys and hims, misters and misses, we are gathered here to party hardy!
Woo!
All right. Teo drags me into the group of my friends, positioning me at the head of it all, leaving me a little bewildered, honestly, but trying to defend myself all the same. I don't, look, I don't need an intervention. An intervention. None of this is my
Whoa,
fault.
face.
None of this is my fault. That shithead Deco is the one who stepped on all our dreams, and then the universe took away Francine, and everything went wrong all at once. Wow, we actually express. We emote. We look like we're about 12 when we're emoting. No, I mean, you see how young the face looks?
Yeah, no, I see it. Also, though, I'm like, Are we gonna do murder mystery now?
I was gonna say, is someone gonna say, yeah, you know what, Francine wasn't taken away by the universe, like, under massively suspicious conditions that no one's investigated, for some reason.
Like no shit.
I'm allowed to be upset about that. You should be, too.
And we are upset, but we're not getting totally all lost in the anger, like you are.
It really dictates the entire follow-up, depending on what you pick with Iris. That's fascinating.
That is wild.
Liz, you're my best friend, and I care about you, and I want to help you find your way out of this. BFFs for life.
So, one by one, we're going to tell you how awesome you are, and exactly why you're so awesome.
Oh.
And by the end, you'll be feeling a lot better. Hopefully.
Everyone's gonna give specific compliments. They're gonna give, what is it, like, what was that thing that we coined when we were in My Nurse Girlfriend? It was, you want to give constructive feedback.
Yes.
Constructive compliments.
Yes,
They're gonna give constructive compliments. Ones
yep.
that help you know what you were doing right, and how you can, if you so desire, keep doing it.
Right.
I let out a sigh, settling in. I owe it to them to sit and listen. They're my friends. And I know I've been lousy company. I'm not so far gone as to deny that fact. Fine. Lay it on me. I'm listening.
Though, honestly, like, you don't need to be far gone to deny what everyone else, like, is trying to do for you. You can really just be in the early stage. Again, I know that, like, the stages of grief or whatever else can be mixed up and whatever else, but I typically see people denying it to begin with. You usually fight with people
at first.
At first for a while, and then they sort of let it go. It's not usually I was fine with this, and then I just slipped into denial. In my experience with most people that I've ever known, they tend to deny it, myself included, aggressively pretty much at first.
At any rate, yeah. Allow me to begin, then. When you first entered the Funplex, I had my doubts, but I'm a naturally suspicious person, and thankfully, those doubts were easily disproved by your skill and enthusiasm. You came looking for your dream, and found it. I swore to protect that dream, and that promise is what brought me here today. And on your very first day, you went headfirst into the most chaotic situation the Funplex could have offered. A birthday party. They really do think that a birthday party is the worst possible thing that can ever happen to anyone. As if Perse's heart attack wasn't a bigger deal than a birthday party.
Yeah.
And I appreciate this is Gavin's opinion, him going, a birthday party, because I'm thinking about business, but I'm like, dude, biggest situation to offer, Funplex could have offered. Not somebody, like, actually hurting themselves.
Right?
You did so without hesitation. When a disruptive parent was screaming at a child over something that wasn't his fault, you stepped right in and dealt with it. Again, no hesitation. Impressive.
Oh, we're actually
It
specific.
does. We are being specific. Again, we're doing specific compliments and exactly what they found valuable and important about them, and this is where the game actually shines really well and delivers on what it promises. The choices you make will affect what's said later on, or how people react and are involved later on. Even the issue of stolen tickets, a touchy problem to deal with when children's emotions are on the line, was dealt with effectively. Since then, you've become an event manager, without goading, without prompting, showing great ambition. You turned the Funplex's fortunes around, given your all to promote it. You made your dream a reality. For years, I was supposedly in charge of the Funplex, but really, all I accomplished was shuffling numbers around. You are the one who helped it soar.
Oh.
which is actually true. And we pointed out several times, going that everyone going, Gavin's the business savvy one, and going, he's not doing anything with this. This place is maintaining tepid because of him.
Right.
So it stopped going under, but it isn't considered business savvy to just keep things afloat. You have to improve.
I mean, that can be an impressive skill, but according to
Again,
capitalism is if you're not growing, you're failing.
However, it didn't matter. You could keep things stable without keeping them afloat. Afloat is just barely on the waterline. He couldn't afford to pay anyone well. I'll bet you they don't get health benefits, that kind of thing. That job couldn't take care of us until we upped basically until we made things better.
Right,
so
fair.
he wasn't even striving for good, like good enough. He was striving for just barely.
No, okay, I can see
So
that.
I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm saying it's not business savvy to continue to achieve just barely there.
Okay.
If that makes sense?
Yeah, no, I get you.
All right. And for that, you have my thanks. You are an exceptional individual. The fact remains true, regardless of whether you can see it for yourself.
Me next! When I came to you wondering if I should leave that job I hated, you told me to follow my dreams. You gave me great advice, and I've never been happier. I followed suit and chased my own dream. You inspire me.
Hello.
Oh, dude! I knew we'd have to see them again!
Yeah!
Damn it! There they are!
Husbands!
Okay, so I was half right about the whole story. We are fashionably late.
Are we?
Are we fashionably late? Huh. Ben? Matt? I've seen you like once in my life.
Right?
In the flesh?
Ooh, what if?
Unless this world is a vast simulacrum? Simulacrum. Simulacrum. There we go.
Yeah, simulacrum.
Unless this world is a vast simulacrum.
What? That we're all just brains in jars.
Could be. Could be.
Well, isn't that something?
Well, if that's the case, Liz is the cutest little brain and jar we never actually met.
It's true, and they brought so many cute dates to our little shop.
You mean one?
Wait, one?
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 One.
One. Game?
Honestly, I think you're assuming that we
Game!
must have done that more than once.
Game!
But maybe that first one was supposed to be an establishing shot, assuming that we did that regularly. It didn't feel like an establishing shot, though.
It really didn't
It felt like
either.
a one-off.
That's why I'm kind of like, game, I don't... So sometimes, I swear, Arcade Spirits kind of does this, where it's like, I set up for something, and then that meant that this thing kept going on, and I'm like, no.
You didn't really it didn't feel like it was set up for something.
It
It
was
felt
so
like a
establishing.
thing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's been going on. No? Not
I'm
really.
sorry, but that's wildly...
On the other hand, it really could have just been the assumption of going, if you normally would look for somebody to do something with for lunch, and you've done that once, then you could have done it again. It's been months. But I'm having a hard time with it. Anyway, it doesn't really work for me either. So nervous at first, but in time, they became part of the Twin Pines Mall family. Dearly missed. I really thought we'd only been there once. I thought that was a one-off, one-time thing because we can't afford shit.
Yeah, no, that's what I got, you guys.
That doesn't feel right.
That doesn't work for me.
Right.
Don't remind me. Our new neighbors are so boring. They never come in for a treat or a read.
Which I didn't read when I was there, but I appreciate that. Speaking of treats, we brought cake.
Hey! We'll just be over here getting the goodies ready. Don't mind us.
We also brought coffee.
Ooh.
And tea.
Cake.
And some donuts in case you're not in for cake.
I mean, my turn. My turn. Liz, you were a true friend of the Funplex.
Sorry, you get the taller
frustrating.
husband. We brought enough cake for everyone.
Yes! Excellent. Other husband.
No, my cake.
My cake.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All for
I
you.
brought enough cake for him.
Me.
For us. We brought our
Me.
own cake.
Me.
For us.
Hi, honey. For me. Unlike the bastards who own it now.
Positivity, Naomi. We're emphasizing positivity today.
Right. Back at Donnawood, you convinced Gavin to get some games I really wanted for the Funplex. And wow, you even brought home Wyvern Keep. What a find.
Wonderful.
You're a friend of arcade games in general, just like me. And even if you don't love them at a fanatical level, like, me, I know you love them all the same. I know you're not happy with how things turned out. I'm not really happy about it either. It sucks. But we did good things together in the time that we had.
Oh my god!
Yes!
All right, he brought enough cake for everyone.
He did. He brought himself.
I just say, do you see him? Do you see all that cake?
The cake.
It's
Hamza has arrived.
you're late.
An event does not truly begin until Hamza makes his presence felt.
I was waiting for that.
Would you like to feel this event
Hi.
occurring?
Right now, everyone's
My
just sort of
blood
talking to me.
burns.
Lies, Hamza understands your fury. The hated enemy of all who love arcades has despoiled your funplex.
Hang on, did you just absolutely interrupt what was happening and just bap her off the stage?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
However, in our short time together, I saw a burning spirit in you. I accepted your offer for Wyvern Keep, recognizing that passion within you.
Ha ha!
Hamza would be shamed forever if he did not intervene and raise your spirits to new heights. And that is what he shall do. Ooh, cake. Excuse me a moment.
Now, I want cake. Where do I get cake? We are not
When?
finished yet.
When?
When do I get cake?
Soon. But I have a few things to say first. Things that will hopefully inspire you to be a happy clam instead of a grumpy Gus. God, I haven't heard that in ages. How many people who are boomers / older than my parents' generation?
Don't be such a grumpy Gus.
Yeah, I haven't heard grumpy Gus in a long time.
I wanted her to say grumpy like mollusk or something. Happy
right?
clam,
Happy
grumpy
clam,
mollusk.
grumpy mollusk. Yes.
That's what I wanted. I'm a happy clam now. See? See how I clam happily? See how I clam happily? Can I have cake?
From our first day at the Funplex together, you've been supportive of me, even after I gave you quite the scare with Pinky.
That's true.
You didn't let that bother you, and from that moment, we've tackled many a crisis at the Funplex floor together.
Amazing.
You've adored when we
I've
adored. I have such adoration and wonderment to bestow upon you, like, baby!
Like,
All
wow.
when we concoct hypothetical adventures on our downtime, you're amazingly fun to be around. Okay, I guess that happened.
So I was gonna say, she does all the concocting, but she assumes you're involved, so that works.
Cool.
She is the one that does the story concocting, but the way we listen, she feels like we're involved.
It's fine. You're amazingly fun to be around. You've worked so hard to make Funtopia Fun successful. I watched you put in your blood, sweat, and tears into that, and in the end, it all came together just how you planned.
Skills.
Yeah, you have them. And as the floor attendant on duty during Funtopia Fun, I got to see it all firsthand. The smiles you brought to all those people. You rocked it!
Does that mean we're getting Michelle back here too? Since they're bringing in the whole cast?
I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw you helping that customer when their game crashed. Losing your high score due to faulty electronics is no fun, but you dealt with it and made that person's day. When I was being overwhelmed by ravenously parched gamers, you stepped up and made sure all those thirsts were quenched. Oh my god, you are a soda fountain of knowledge!
That's adorable.
You made the Funplex a fun place to be for everyone. For the staff, for the casual and pro gamers, for the families, for me.
For me.
It was all
me.
for me.
For me. I like you. For me.
For me. This is for me.
You can have cake as soon as I get some cake.
Excuse me,
From
I'm
you.
getting cake. I can honestly say that when you took over doing events at the Funplex, we've never had more fun. They've just been the best. All thanks to you.
I have to say.
Ooh, I forgot we still have cake. Need some of that.
I have to say that just like yesterday, my friend learned that the word cake could be applied to an attractive body
I'm
and to
so
a thick,
sad.
desirable, attractive body.
Right.
There was this lovely cosplayer on TikTok who was doing an Aizawa cosplay, which if you're not familiar with Boku no Hero Academia, then that character is from there. I was just
Wacka.
saying.
I want to call it Wacka.
It's okay. Anyway,
Macca.
it's really cute because they're like, I'm a chubbier cosplayer, and then I'm gonna cosplay thick Zawa because of course many anime characters are stringy, right?
Such
And they
strong-
did an adorable cosplay. It was extremely charming. But they're like, I brought enough cake for the whole class, and my friend is like, cake. I'm like, yeah, look at them, cake. And then I had to explain that you could just be like, your body is the cake.
Yeah, I have never heard of that before. to
So
be
I'm
perfectly
assuming it's
honest.
kind of a regional thing. But as we're making all these references to cake, we are talking about people being hot
It's sexy.
and plenty.
yes.
Cake.
I will never go hungry again.
Yes.
Need some of that.
Speechless. Seems Laz has some thinking to do.
This is pretty normal for them when they get that far away look.
Shall we begin the wake of Francine then?
For
Hang on.
wake of
Hang
Francine?
on.
Wake 4?
I know I can read, but also, like, shouldn't 2 more people be talking?
You mean 3?
Yes.
Teo, Queen Bee, and Percy.
Yeah, 3,
Yeah, I
actually.
We have no feelings in regards to these people.
They
It's fine.
have no feelings in regards to us. We never did anything for them. It's fine.
Yep, screw it.
Shall we begin the wake for Francine then? There's cake and coffee and spirits for the bar. You only get half of us supporting you. Actually, you got more than that. You've already gotten your fair share of support. That's enough intervention. Cake for all.
Cake for everyone!
Time to take. You know what? We're not focused on you anymore. It's time for Francine.
Cake!
As if in slow motion, I'll watch them all switch their attention from me and redirect it toward the refreshments. They're all smiling, conversing, and serving cake to each other.
I do. None for me. Thank you. Watching the blood sugar.
Is it about his diet or not?
Hey.
Fuck me, this cake is amazeballs.
All we need now is some rockin' tunes to get this party on the next level.
I really do feel
Damn.
like Teo would have had some things to say. To be honest,
Yes.
we did some important stuff with him.
I know, and I'm actually a little confused.
Yeah, so am I.
TBH?
All of them are here to support me, even without the funplex, even after everything going wrong, because friends only like you for your functional value in the now. No, actually no. Even without the funplex, after Francine being taken from us too soon, and nobody is questioning it at all.
Ah, yes. Well, honestly, though, I have to say, constructive compliments can be really useful for basically your friends. When people go, God, I just don't understand why people like me. I've had depressive episodes. It doesn't mean that everyone will. Where they go, God, I just don't understand what I do for you. Why do you want to hang around me? Why do you want to do these things? And, if you are aware of, skills or abilities that your friends have, that is a thing you can point out. Now, and it's not necessarily always the best. I think that some people talk about of going, sometimes what you're talking about is, things that they do for other people, which sort of feels like you're only there for other people, which is what kind of makes me a little iffy about the way they're complimenting us. But it's the only thing they have.
Right, they have, none of them know us very closely except Juniper.
Yeah.
Theoretically. I was going to say, and she only theoretically knows us that well because we were childhood friends,
Mm-hmm.
I say, but there is a level to, it can really help people when they're in a downward spiral or when they're going down a rabbit hole, if you will, when they're stuck in a negative thought pattern, to be like, hey, 1, are those things actually true or are you exaggerating? And 2, here are good things that are true.
Right.
And help them recenter and be realistic. Because for the most part, 99.9% of the time when you are depressed and describing your reality to yourself, you are exaggerating negatively. And it helps be brought back to actual reality so you can start to function again.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos if you're having a good time with us. Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. I guess the link's in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you.
Bye!